Hi guys, it's Nicole, and today I'm sharing my second project with the March Flavors of the Month kit. I had to think about that for a second. Working ahead of time and then editing videos in real time, I get a little confused. So, I am going to remind you guys, I took my kits to a local crop and I still filmed. So, I'm not going to say all, most of my videos for March are going to start out with this sideways angle. I know it's not a great angle. I've been told it's not a great angle. It's the angle that I have because I don't film on my phone and I don't film like above me at a crop. I work with what I have. If you guys have been here for a while, you guys know I'm a mess. I'm just here sharing a hobby, having a good time. We're not here for like a super professional video. And I kind of like that I'm sharing with you guys kind of what these kits are really intended to be. You should be able to just grab this kit, grab some photos, and make a layout. So even though I'm at the crop, I still do what I always do with these kits. I pull everything out, I kind of lay everything out, get a good look at everything. In this case, I sort of brought you guys over to kind of just show what my viewpoint was. The die cuts came in the main kit. However, I did end up pulling in some of the stickers from the 12 by 12 sticker sheet, which is from the embellishment add-on, but that was just because I really liked them and I wanted to. I do try to stick to the main kit, but usually there's 1 or 2 page kits out of the 4 that Rochelle will have really tempting paper in the pattern paper add-on or really tempting additional embellishments in the add-on kit. And I end up dipping into that sometimes. And I mentioned in, I think, the other video and maybe even my Clean With Me video, I tend to pre-plan for things like this. I'm not the type of scrapbooker who can just kind of sit down, open up a kit and have like 4x6 photos and just like run with it. Especially with these kits and just kind of knowing my personal style, I try to have some sort of a game plan set for me. That's what's going to be successful for me. That's what's successful for my personal process. This isn't going to work for everybody. Not everybody is thinking like I think. Everybody has a different method of doing things, and that's the beauty of this. Just go with it. But I basically made myself like little sketches of what I thought I was going to do based on how I edited my photos and like a quick flip through when I first got the kits. So with this one, you guys know I love like calendar and like office based things. So when I saw this line, I was like, oh my God, it's so cute. But I wasn't really sure what to do with it. It looks very springy, but then it's also like office kind of themed and like day of the week and like daily life kind of themed. So I made a school layout because that makes sense, right? Like I said, I do what I like, I do what I want, and if you're here for it, welcome. If you're new, I don't know if I owe you an apology, but welcome. So I took photos from last day of school of last year, so it would have been 2021. This was live school. The entire year was done distance learning. Typically, if it's a regular school year, we still go outside before school in the morning in front of this tree and we take our little photos. In this instance, we didn't have to put shoes on or necessarily be in dress code, but we still took our pictures in front of the tree. And I kind of just let my kids decide, you know, how they want to pose, what they want to do. Both of them ended up sort of holding up fingers for the grade that they were going to be going into. And I just kind of go through and pick my favorites. The dog did not get her picture taken this year. The previous ones, if I have a video, I know I have a video, I'll put it in the eye above. The dog got in on those photos and she sat so pretty and so proud. I don't know where she was for these ones, but just kids on this one. So again, I plan to have just like a loose, fun kind of grid style layout. Basically, I wanted some of the squares to just be photos. I wanted some to be pattern paper squares to put my photos on. And then I wanted to have a couple that would just sort of be a home to have fun with embellishments. I kept the center one for like a title journaling type of area. And then just kind of layered things that make sense to me. You can see there, that's my favorite little 3x4 die. I made sure to bring that with me. And I cut some of the cut aparts out with that. I layered different things behind it. And I pretty much just paid attention to the colors of what things were, which was kind of why I dipped into the pattern paper add-on. Was I think there was like a yellow or a pink that I wanted, so I stole it from there. A lot of the stickers that I was drawn to, I was doing like tone on tone type things. And I just kind of go through and find things that make sense to my specific layout, my specific style. I've mentioned in the past, I don't pay a whole lot of attention to, size of clusters or how many clusters you should have or where they should be or visual triangle. I stick stuff down where it makes sense to me, where I think it looks good, and I move on. I just try to have fun. So again, not the greatest angle. I did edit out a bunch of stuff because I kept forgetting that my camera was recording, and I would get up to go talk to somebody, or I'd get up and go shop the little store, go take pictures. Like I was up and down and up and down. So I did try to speed this up as much as I could, just so you guys didn't have to sit here and watch me stare at a sticker sheet and try to think of what I wanted to use. I did cut out one of the little cut aparts, which is the bottom center of my layout, is this cute little like calendar thing. So instead of stamping my date, I took two of the little push pin stickers and had one, pointing to the month and one pointing to the day that these photos were taken, which is another thing that I put on like my little note sheet that I bring to the crop, is the date, any, techniques that I think I want to do. I'll put like a note over there. If I have a sketch in mind, which I did for all 4 of these, I sketched out what I thought I was going to do for my layout. And then it just sort of helps me kind of stay on task at a crop, because I have a hard time sort of focusing when there's just a ton of people around and a lot of stuff going on. Fast forward to a couple days later, I came home, unpacked all my stuff, typed up all the journaling for the 6 layouts that I worked on, and then I just assembly line style, like finishing touches for everything. I go through and cut my journaling strips. 9 times out of 10, I will back them with foam strips because I like it. I think it just gives a little bit more interest to the journaling strips. And for me, the journaling strips are kind of the meat. That's where the information is. Sure, the pictures are fun, the stickers are great, but ultimately when I'm old and I can't remember anything, I'm going to read the journaling and maybe it'll spark some kind of a memory, hopefully. So here is my completed layout. I hope you enjoyed my rambling mess of a video this morning. I'm definitely having a Monday of a Mondays. And I'm going to go edit the other 2 videos using the Flavors of the Month kit this month. And I will catch you guys later. And as always, I'll catch you guys in the comments down below.